Imagine a house, not a mansion, not a villa, a skyscraper, 27 floors reaching into the clouds, 3 helipads on the roof, 600 staff members waiting on just one family, a snow room that defies the scorching heat outside. This is not fiction. This is the private residence of one man. He owns the oil that powers the nation. He owns the internet that connects the people. He owns the shops where they buy their food. He is the quietest man in the room, yet his wallet speaks louder than the GDP of entire countries. Today, we step inside the mind of the $100 billion mystery. To understand the emperor, you must first understand the father. Our protagonist did not start from zero, but his DNA did. His father began as a gas station attendant in a foreign land, dreaming of an empire while counting pennies. When the family returned to their homeland, they lived in a cramped, one-room tenement. A chawl, crowded, noisy, humble. But the father had a vision. He traded spices, he traded yarn. He broke the rules of the old elite to build a company that would one day become the spine of the economy. Our mystery billionaire was pulled out of Stanford University. He never finished his MBA. Why? Because the real world was calling. His father told him, "You cannot learn to swim by reading a book. You have to jump into the water." So he jumped. He was the quiet son, the obedient one. While the world looked at his younger, more charismatic brother, our subject kept his head down. He was the engineer, the executor. He spent his nights in the desert, sleeping in shipping containers, building the world's largest oil refinery from scratch. He turned dust into gold. But wealth brings demons, and the biggest demon was about to knock on his door. In 2002, the patriarch, the legendary father, died. He left behind a colossal empire, but he made one fatal mistake. He died without a will. What followed was not just a business dispute. It was a Shakespearean tragedy played out on the front pages of every newspaper. 2 brothers, 1 throne. The world loved the younger brother. He was flashy, he was media-friendly, he was the modern face. Our protagonist? He was seen as boring, serious, uncool. The mother had to intervene. The empire was sliced in 2. And here is where the pain begins. Our protagonist was stripped of the businesses he loved the most. He had built the telecommunications network, but he had to hand it over to his brother. He was forced to sign a non-compete clause. He was legally banned from the very industry he envisioned. He was left with the old world businesses. Oil, petrochemicals, manufacturing, the dirty work, the unsexy work. The world whispered that he had lost. They said the younger brother would be the king of the future. They were wrong. While the brother's empire began to crumble under debt and mismanagement, our subject went to work. He didn't speak to the press. He didn't throw parties. He focused on efficiency. He turned that oil business into a cash printing machine. He waited. He watched. He calculated. He knew that the non-compete agreement had an expiration date, and he was counting down the days. 10 years. He waited 10 years to strike back. When the non-compete clause expired, the landscape had changed. The internet was expensive. Data was a luxury. Only the rich could afford to be online. Our billionaire looked at this and saw not just a business, but a weapon. He launched a new venture, a digital revolution. And he did something that terrified his competitors. He didn't just lower the price, he made it free. For 6 months, he gave voice calls and data to hundreds of millions of people for absolutely nothing. The competitors bled out. They couldn't compete with free. They went bankrupt. They merged. They disappeared. Even his own brother's company collapsed. leading to a moment where our protagonist had to step in and pay his brother's debts to save him from jail. A twist of fate. The boring brother was now the savior. He acquired millions of customers in weeks. He didn't just build a telecom company, he built a digital ecosystem. He famously said, "Data is the new oil." And since he already owned the oil, he decided to own the data too. Today, almost every person in his country uses his network. They shop in his grocery stores. They watch his TV channels. They wear clothes from his fashion outlets. He has effectively become the operating system of his nation. With absolute power comes absolute luxury. Let's go back to that house. Valued at over $2 billion, it is the most expensive private residence in the world, second only to Buckingham Palace. It stands as a vertical city in the heart of a metropolis where millions struggle to find shelter. It has a temple that could fit a congregation, a garage for 168 luxury cars, a private movie theater, swimming pools, hanging gardens. Critics call it a display of arrogance, a monument to inequality. But for him, it is simply home. It is the fortress where he protects what matters most, his family. Despite the gold and the marble, he is a man of simple habits. He is a vegetarian. He doesn't drink alcohol. He spends his Sundays with his mother, wife, and children. He is a man of contradictions, a traditionalist who built a futuristic tech giant, a shy introvert who lives in the most conspicuous house on earth, a ruthless monopolist who claims to work for the common man. Now, in his late 60s, he is pivoting again. He conquered oil. He conquered data. Now he wants to conquer the sun. He is pouring billions into green energy. He is preparing his children to take over the throne, dividing the empire clearly this time, learning from the mistakes of his father. He wants no war between his heirs. His net worth fluctuates, but he consistently ranks among the top 10 or top 15 richest humans on the planet. He has faced accusations of crony capitalism, of controlling the government, of crushing competition. But no one can deny his execution. He took a legacy and multiplied it 1,000 times over. He is the Sultan of Mumbai, the King of the East. He proved that you don't need to be in Silicon Valley to rule the tech world. He proved that the quiet, boring brother is often the most dangerous one. He showed us that patience is not just a virtue, it is a weapon. But the question remains, do you know who he is? He is not Elon Musk. He is not Jeff Bezos. He is not Bill Gates. But in his home country, he is bigger than all of them combined. If you know the name of this titan, write it in the comments below. And if this story of empire, betrayal, and redemption inspired you, hit that like button and subscribe.